What is good? What is good? It's your man Chris, uh, aka Apocalypse, hashtag HNIC. Trying to hit y'all off with a little relevant sports chat that me and the homies devised came up with, calling this out of bounds. I basically ran a beta test last week. Uh, Definitely hop on Facebook page, click the link to catch any replay of last week's. Uh, I am definitely going to be posting this on my personal YouTube channel and later on when we finish this live. All right. But anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs, cats, chicks, and rats. This is what we call out of bounds. All right. Uh, Sifted through some news, had a little conversation with the fellas. All right, we went a little round robin. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, what is going on? What's good?
What up? What up? What up? This is your boy, the real KD, back in the building. Two stacks of four play.
What's good with you, bro? How you doing?
Shit, sitting here chilling, watching this Dodgers Braves game.
All right,
Braves up 1-0.
all right, getting a little
Baseball
baseball
man.
action here. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So no, just let the good people know we back at them again with another out of bounds live. All right, trying to hit them off with a little sports chit chat like we did last week. Glad you can hop in the whip and ride with me as usual. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, big body double A gonna hit us off. You know, definitely love when that cat in the building. So, but anyway, look, bro. You know, just to remind you and let the good people know. Okay, last week's show, clicking on the link to watch the replay. As soon as we finish this live, posting it on the YouTube channel. All right, so people can go back and watch it. All right, so click those like, subscribe. Okay, subscribe if you like, subscribe if you hate, subscribe if you want to troll. And increase the odds of getting that ass lit up. The point of the matter is, man,
Right.
want y'all to check us out. All right, so anyway, man, we're still waiting on double A, bro. So what's been good with you real quick?
Shit, nothing. Just been chilling, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get this shit together with the job and all that.
Right. Nope, had a day off. Got some errands ran, did a little grilling. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying my day off. Back to the grind tomorrow, man. So you know what I'm saying? So we gonna get it, all right? So until double A hops on, I'm gonna go ahead and just get this bad boy cracking off, man. Now, I know people thinking 2 weeks in a row, he's repping the cards and it's the same shirt. Yes. That's how it's like when you part of that gang life. You feel what I'm saying? Gotta
Man,
rep the set to the death.
you already know I got that old Donovan Mitchell in the closet.
Mm-mm. And another reason, I want to start out of bounds off in regards to U of L. You know, we all know how tough of a season it was for the men's basketball campaign last year. And transitioning into Coach Kenny Smith as far as the beginning of his tenure. And we talk about, Kenny Payne, my fault, Kenny Smith, Kenny Payne. Kenny Smith, I hope Kitty, if you ever see this, my bad. So, what I'm saying? But Kenny Smith probably still mad at us when we beat Carolina in the regionals in '86 on the way to smashing Duke in the title game. But anyway, the point of the matter is, rough year as far as Kenny Payne's first campaign, and we talk about the after effects of that. All right, so last year's roster has been decimated. Okay, Everybody and their mama. Hold on a second, bro. Is this? Hold on. Here he come. Hold on.
Yo,
What's good, bro?
what up with you?
Man, we are chilling, bro.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I got a bunch of. I came in a couple minutes late. My bad.
You good, bro? Nah, you good. You good, man.
But
No, just letting the people know.
what y'all talking about?
Hey, we gonna get it started with Louisville. I was just letting them know that you know what I'm saying, we're talking about first year for Kenny Payne, rough campaign, of course. After effects. Roster's been decimated. Who's all in the transfer portal? Sidney Curry, L. Ellis. Who else left?
You had Kamari Lance.
Kamari Lance.
Let me see. Kamari Lance. And then you had Basila, he left.
Right. And the point being, we all know, and part of trying to rebuild, and Kenny Payne's really trying to put his mark and between his first recruiting class and then whatever we got coming as far as the transfer portal. So, fellas, saying, couple of points, y'all want to get out there and we can bounce each other as far as getting this U of L recruiting class and roster simulation conversation pack, cracking off. Real quick for me, a couple of names that I've been noticing. Okay, I worked all day to get this right, y'all. Okay, so here we go. Danilo Jovanovic.
Jovanovic, yeah.
Okay, that freshman from Miami, 6'8" guy, didn't get a lot of playing time, so we all know off top, saying he's still getting acclimated to the college game as a whole. All right, he didn't get a lot of reps.
He's a sophomore, right? He's a sophomore.
He'll be a sophomore.
Yeah, but I'm saying, we talk about his freshman, he didn't get a lot of minutes, so he's definitely looking to get more reps, you know what I'm saying? We got him coming in. Even I was a little surprised by this. On some of the homework. This class, nationally, is the third-ranked class in the country. Did anyone of y'all know that?
Yep.
Really?
I got the scoop on a couple of the players.
Man, do your thing, bro.
I'll just start off with Caleb Glenn.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Yeah, he's ranked 72 in the nation. That ain't too bad. But what I like about him, he's an aggressive small forward.
Okay.
He's not soft. He had offers from, let me get my paper. He had offers from Cincinnati, Indiana, Tennessee, and Texas A&M. But he picked us because he know where to go. You feel I feel like Kenny Payne gonna use him. I watched a couple highlights. He's a dunker, but what I like most about him is he's aggressive. Just be watching out for him. And he's 6'6", 200, so he ain't small.
That's what's up, man. It's funny you said. Oh
yeah.
That's the dude that played on that AAU team, wasn't it?
Yeah, in Indiana.
I think it was.
Yeah. That's him.
Okay. I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, he's all right. Not as a shooter, but
good. You was froze. No, you was froze for a minute. I was about to say something. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But now you good. All right. So you talk about Caleb Green, a couple other names. I've been hearing.
Williams. You heard you been.
I hadn't heard him yet. But, you know what I'm saying, if you want to school me, KD, or anybody else that's checking us out on him, anything you got on him, man, throw it out there.
I ain't got nothing.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing.
All right, well, anyway, I got a couple names, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get this right. Trenton Flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I know y'all been hearing about him. He's 6'6", so 6'8", actually. So you talking about a big two guard. Or natural three at the small forward, you know what I'm saying? He gonna probably have to add a little something to his frame. I watched several of his highlights over the last 2 days.
He's ranked 22nd in the nation.
Right. Definitely we talking about if it's a 2K, like a mid-range specialist. Okay, and creating off the dribble. Spot up 3-point shooter. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, on a double team kick out or spotted, you know what I'm saying, in a transition situation. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no ranger, but, a spot up three, okay, he can knock that down, all right? He's probably going to have to work on his defense a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because even at 6'8", go ahead.
Because that's what Kenny Payne is preaching, defense.
Yes, definitely, which I love that. For all you kids out there, we understand in this fantasy number-driven, era of sports we in, y'all hate defense. Just remember, offense will win you games, yet it's defense
so when
that's going to win y'all a championship.
He had
because you still got to get stops.
Trenton Flowers had an offer from Kentucky
Ooh,
and North Carolina,
right.
but
You-
I think, huh? I think that he's more.
You froze again.
You see me?
Yeah, we can see you, but you keep freezing up.
I mean, let me cut my Wi-Fi out.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, I think he's more of a how do you say it? Like he's more no, what's it? Nolan, that assistant coach. He's bringing him in.
Nolan Smith.
Hello?
Hey,
Yo.
he froze up here.
He froze up again. Well, anyway, while he's getting that together, man, of course, Tyler
Right.
Johnson, that's the guy I'm excited about.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me get this other kid right. He's that 4-star kid. Okay. He had originally committed to Memphis and then he decommitted. Okay. Yeah. He's little, man. They list him at 6 foot, and he's one of these Bronx, New York shoot first guards. You know what I'm saying? So,
But the thing,
go ahead.
but the thing about like the New York point guard, they a ball hawk on defense too.
Right. Well, I'm saying like at 6 foot, particularly at D1, at a guard, I'm a little worried about his lack of size. But we're gonna see what he's gonna do. All right, there you go, Double A, back in the building. You know what I'm saying? Last but not least, particularly when you want to talk about, helping to build a roster between the recruiting class and transfer portal. At some point, we got to discuss Trey White. You know what I'm saying? Definitely the big transfer portal signing for the Cards. USC. You know what I'm saying? We kind of rail on West Coast teams as far as college basketball, college sports as a whole. We do. All right. Yeah, we talk about USC and their tournament runs the last 2 years. Okay. Can't deny what you've seen when you're talking about a Final Four and then a Sweet 16 this year, and in the Final Four year before last, before losing to Gonzaga. But the point of the matter is Trey White as a guard, coming from a recently hot program like that, as a transfer coming into this season for the Cards, I'm loving that. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving that off top. I think he's really going to be able to add, some depth and some grit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, we coming back. Hold on. Oh, how do I do it? You already on. Hold on, my bad. I need Anta. How do I send him an invite, bro?
You might have to go. You might have to go to him.
Nah, I got it.
Yo, I had to reset my phone. My bad.
Nah, you good. But we were just talking about Trey White at USC guard coming in from the transfer portal. You know what I'm saying? And talking about the role he had to play in. You talking about last 2 tournament runs for USC. I'm excited he's coming here. Talking about transfer portal. And while I know it's not official, we're still waiting to hear a word. Okay, Caleb Love from North Carolina. The names, the possibility still out there. It's still floating. He is not crossed Louisville off the just yet.
No, they did it. They just did it like a couple hours ago. They dropped the last. He had 3 final schools. It was Gonzaga. I can't think of the other 2. It was 2 big names, but it wasn't us. It was 3 of them left. With that being said, it's probably they said that he's a Jordan fan. He don't like Adidas. He wants to wear Jordan. So I don't even see why. I don't knock him for that. That's his choice. But a lot of these kids don't come to Louisville because of Adidas. And I remember years back, everybody was having a big debate. Like, man, Louisville should go to Nike, but we was making Adidas so much fucking money and going good with them. Why would they let him go? Why would we leave?
Right.
So,
and I need to get back in frame a little bit.
But hold on. Let me fix this.
Well, look, Katie and Ant pointing out how Kenny Payne wants to rebuild. Definitely starting with defense. And so with that last parting shot, I'm excited about this guy, Dennis Evans. Okay.
Oh yeah.
7-1 post interior stopper. All right.
Who, Dennis Evans?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
he's
what I'm saying?
7'1", ain't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude's got like a 7'8" wingspan. Okay. So when you talk about Kenny Payne wanting to rebuild defensively, hey, post
But you know
interior
who he
stopper
remind me
like him.
of?
Who?
The dude, was it the dude that played at was it WKU? The big tall, I can't
I
think
know
of
who
his
you
name.
I know who you're talking about too.
But I see
Damn.
both of their
Man.
gameplays and they kind of play similar. I mean, I ain't really seen I ain't really seen it as much as I used to, but that dude from WKU would have went to the right school. He had potential.
Charles Massey.
Yeah,
There it is.
Massey.
Yeah,
Massey. Yeah.
Oh, well, I think Massey definitely had a better offensive game than this kid's got already.
Yeah.
This kid's gonna have to add some muscle.
I can tell you something about him though.
What's
It's one underrated. It's one underrated thing that he can do that a lot of people ain't talking about. He can shoot the three.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I heard. Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
He can shoot the three.
He's a stretch big. Here we go.
No, he's not.
TJ.
He's not. He's one of them. He's one of them. If you sit back, if you leave him open, he can knock it down. But he's more of a post player.
Right, but nah, he's a spot up three. That's cool though. You know what I'm saying? That could still be some shit to fuck up the defense. We talking about a dude that big, but have a step out and hit 1 or 2.
Right.
But I'm excited about him, particularly like y'all said, since Kenny Payne wants to rebuild and using defense as the hub. I always say it's a good idea to have a 4-star defensive stopper coming in. You know,
Right.
you talk about him decommit to Minnesota, coming to
But
Louisville.
hell, we always had big men at the ball though.
Right. Well,
I mean,
We say
with
that.
Huntley, Chris, I gotta ask you
Yeah.
something. With
Here
Huntley
we go.
Hatfield returning,
Mhm.
with Huntley Hatfield returning, what do you think as a junior this year?
Look, go to the resident big on our panel for that question. For real, go. That's all you, KD.
It's on me. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something actually about Huntley Hatfield. You know what I'm saying? He's one of them type of bigs you really can use it because he can do everything on the floor. And when he can do everything on the floor, it works your whole offense out as far as getting them in rhythm.
Okay.
Because he can sit back, he'll sit back, post his man up, he can hit the little bit,
Okay.
he can step out, get you the three, and not to mention he'll keep you getting rebounds too.
All right. And definitely talk about a junior, so a returning guy, that's always going to help, no matter what the position. Yet, as our resident big, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate that insight even more. Okay.
I was thinking he got hurt last year. Brandon Huntley, he got hurt. So the coach didn't play him as much at the end, but I feel like I seen potential in him. Like I seen something. I know he gonna be something, man. And there's a reason he kept JJ Trainer. They said he been working on some shit.
Right. And so here's the question, fellas. So 2 returning guys from last year's dismal campaign. Granted, Huntley, didn't see a lot of time because of injury. And then with Trainer coming back. So between those 2 guys and then the recruiting class, transfer portal, the way Kenny Payne's trying to assemble this roster for this incoming season, you know what I'm saying? What are y'all thoughts and feelings on it up to this point?
There's one player that we didn't even mention that's probably going to be a sleeper this year.
Who?
Let's go.
Mike James.
Oh yeah. Woo! And we seen a lot of Mike James. You know, he not necessarily. I'm gonna say it like this. Some games he's a role player. Some games he's the star. I mean, it's just it is what it is. I can't really say I seen too many bad games out of Mike James. I gotta blame it on Chris. You know who I fucking hate.
Your guy, LL.
Oh my God,
God.
Bro, Arkansas gonna have fun dealing with his bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And the SEC, you know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
Well, hell,
What you talking about?
Arkansas might get him in control because they could probably put him in this natural position,
Yeah.
which he's a 2. He's a
shooting
small
guard,
2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let him work more off the ball. You know what
He
I'm
was
saying?
good.
So Exactly. All right. So you know what I'm saying. I like how this is rolling out the red carpet, if you will, sort of getting this out of bounds live, kicking off with a little Cardinal men's hoops recruitment updates. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to any and everybody who's checking us out. And I see your mom's on. Hi, Miss Adams. How you doing? So a couple other people that didn't shout it out. You know what I'm saying? Once again, man, check us out on the on the reposts for us on the YouTube channel. Okay, subscribe, like, chime in, comment, hate, troll, whatever gets you off. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Let's really let's do it. All right. Boston last night, you know what I'm saying, finally gets a win. And as far as I'm concerned, just delaying the inevitable. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we all know this NBA Finals. You know, we talking about preview. All right. It's gonna be the Miami Heat. And Ant's boys.
Yeah.
Featuring the 2-time MVP, the Joker. Okay, different nuggets, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, and I got let me touch down on this.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, I was early on Facebook.
Right.
A dude commented. He was like, he's gonna win it. Can't nobody stop. Ain't nobody that can guard Jimmy Butler on the Nuggets. So I'm like, okay. I asked him. I was like, well, first, I said, man, bet 100. I just told him bet. Since you feeling that cocky, bet. He didn't want to bet, but his argument was Jokic is slow. He said Bam's gonna keep up with Jokic, and he told me that Jamal Murray ain't even gonna get 10. He was not realistic, bro. But in moral of the story, Nuggets 4-1. I'm calling it now on this live today. Nuggets 4-1.
Oh, what? Dang, Ant's calling it. Ant said he'll put a Honda in on a gentleman's suite.
4-1. I'm gonna give Butler 1 because I respect him, but Nuggets 4-1.
Doing the baseball. Color this shit.
Oh, he's yeah.
But we got video proof when it happened.
Right. And we got video proof if it don't happen. See, it work both ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. All right, and you know what I'm saying?
But you know how it go, man. That Celtics, and I think as far as the Celtics, I don't know, man. If I was them, I would have ended it because we can get game 4. We ain't got to play these suckers no more. But Tatum just had a good game all around. Tatum.
Right. Well, I mean, when you talk about Miami and Denver, okay, which viewership wise, we know this is not the finals the league wanted. You know what I'm saying? So there you go, NBA league. All right. We know y'all not happy. You know what I'm saying? You talk about viewership and the mad advertising dollars you motherfuckers would have raked in if this was the Lakers Celtics. We know that's what y'all wanted. Yeah. So we talking but y'all job to worry about money. We talking hoops. All right. And my man my man Double A, aka Big Body, says Denver with the gentleman sweep 4-1 over Miami to win their first NBA title.
The first. Melo couldn't do it.
Wow. Yeah. And what you got to say about Miami Denver, man? It's finals preview. Let's get it.
I mean, it's gonna be a good series, but don't let the Joker start smiling. It's over. I'm telling you. Jokic, I mean, and Murray said everybody doubted him, which I'm not gonna lie. I had my doubts about him, but I never doubted him. You know what I'm saying? Like I know Murray. I know Murray he's a good guard. Like he can play one of the two, but I like him at the 2. And Bruce Brown Murray connection is cold. And man, imagine Caldwell Pope. Imagine him having a game like he did with the Lakers every game, right? Michael Porter, and Michael Porter. I mean, I'm gonna say they gonna put Aaron Gordon on Jimmy Butler.
Okay, I can see that matchup.
Like they put him on LeBron.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't stop LeBron, but can't nobody stop LeBron. But LeBron stops himself, if anything. Right. But nah, man. I mean, that's my feelings on it. It's gonna be a good series, though. I mean, I just call 4-1 because see. Did you? I looked up this fact, and I don't know how true it is. I got to do more search on it, but they said this season the Miami's 1-9 against us. So I got to look. I don't even think we played them that many times, but I'm gonna look.
Nah, that wouldn't be this year. It might be lifetime. It's got to be.
Okay. Lifetime. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Somebody has sent it to me, and I didn't look it up my damn self, but. Yeah.
I try not to put too much stock in stuff like that because a lot of times when you talk about, okay, that's an interconference, those are opposite conference matchups. So those matchups don't happen a lot anyway. Yeah. And over the course of time, those rosters for both teams are going to change. Yeah. Right. So I try not to.
But we a better team if you ask me. Not even saying it.
All right. As the resident big, since it's one of the reasons, Ant's going 4-1, and I'm gonna throw this to our big man specialist, the real KD. Let's talk about that Jokic Bam matchup. Now, I have no problem saying, as far as athleticism, Bam has the edge.
Oh yeah.
Now, as our big man specialist, okay, and concentrating on Bam Jokic matchup, I need you to go get it.
Okay, as far as like the actual matchup, okay, I'm gonna go into it like this. Here's the whole thing Bam can do to neutralize Jokic. And it's one thing because he's shorter. Okay, I'm gonna put this in context for you. Remember when Miami had played us?
Okay.
And then they started putting like smaller bigs on guys.
Yeah.
When they started doing that, it fucked with Giannis because as a big man, you used to going, I would say probably an inch lower or an inch up.
Right.
They used to going against players that's 3 or 4 inches shorter than them, and if you get them stocky players.
Right.
Like Bam, he's one of them type. He's low, stocky.
Okay.
So he might fuck with Jokic, and not to mention he got long arms too.
Right. I like both. I like the fact that as far as that matchup, y'all are on opposite spectrums of the argument. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Ant's gonna be the homer, and we ain't mad about that.
No. And I'm saying I get what he's saying is totally correct because like Chris, I'm 6 foot even. I ain't even that tall, but I don't play the guard position. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I got an advantage on bigger people than me because I'm moving like them, but I'm a little smaller, and shorter than them, but I'm up in them. You know what I'm saying? And they might grab a few more boards than me, but me working on them is getting them tired. Like, okay, one thing I can say is Jokic stay looking tired. I mean, it might be his natural look, but 2 minutes in the game, he's you know what I'm saying? And I don't understand, like, okay, Bam, the reason I say Bam is gonna be a problem on both ends, because Jokic don't guard at the rim as much. Bam's gonna be dunking all fucking night. Like, I see it now. And he's gonna be up in Jokic for a minute, but like Chris, you made a point the other day that I didn't look at, and that's my team. You said it's gonna be more of a problem when he bring Bam out that paint, and when Bam comes out that paint, everybody else should take advantage of what's going in and what's going on. Because think about it, you bring Bam out, who's protecting the rim? Not Duncan Robinson, because more than likely he's guarding. He's out the way. So
right.
That's the. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
finish it up for real.
But no, I was just saying, like, that's how I feel about it. Like, it's gonna be a good matchup, and game one's not gonna tell us who's gonna win. It's gonna be the games after that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I just want to see what happens.
Similar to the, as far as the bigs, as far as I'm concerned, similar to the Phoenix matchup. Ayton and Bam Adebayo, when you talk about post interior defenders, all right, that is their staple. Okay. These are guys defensively who do not want to be away from the rim. All right. So Jokic off top, when you're talking about putting putting the kinks in the works or something like that. All right, and a player like that. Okay, his face-up game. All right, as a shooter or as a distributor. All right, his natural height and the way he sees the floor. He's going to see guys rubbing off screens. He's going to see guys taking their man back door on the cut, whatever the case may be. Okay, and I feel once again like Ayton, and I definitely say athleticism. Bam's better in that department than Ayton. Ayton's lazy as a defender, man.
Yeah.
He just is. Okay, Bam's going to play D in that post, but both y'all coming out that paint, it's going to be that deep. That's that comfort zone. At some point, he's not going to like dealing with it. All right. Y'all know I hate zone in any form of basketball. I hate it when the NBA went to zone. Yeah, if there's a team that can kind of make it work, you think about Eric Spoelstra in the last few years, it is the Miami Heat. Let's not discount that.
Right.
Don't know until that happens. We're not gonna know and see how Denver reacts to it. You know what I'm saying? Well, what I'm saying is once again referring to the X-Files known as Nikola Jokic. Okay, I'm thinking Denver in 6. And then to me, he's going to come to the teams. You know what I'm saying? We talk about Game 3 and the way they blew out Boston and Jimmy Butler with a 16-point night. Oh, well, how did they still do it? Look at everything the team did. Like, I don't know who the fuck Gabe Vincent is. Like, I literally don't know who that cat was before Game 3 and him dropping a 30-piece on him. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about another 22 points from Duncan Robinson, a Miami Heat shooter staple. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Miami,
yeah,
even with Boston winning last night, you know what I'm saying, and wrapping this up real quick, Miami has controlled, as a team, every aspect of this series. They're getting better shots and they have court sets. They're doing a better job of going downhill on offense and not just selling. All you 2K assholes, quit selling. All right? Okay? Miami is beating Boston defensively, and not just as far as on the ball, not just as far as off the ball, things like tip passes in the lane, limiting their offensive rebounds, causing turnovers, which does what? Lead to that transition to running game. You know what I'm saying? So overall, as a team versus team, I feel it's going to be a good matchup. Yeah, man. I got to go with the 2-time MVP. I got to go with the kid with the smiley face. You know what I'm saying? I got to roll with the Joker in 6. And the homie Ant, Denver Nuggets, cementing their first motherfucking NBA title. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm going to be ripped.
To the gill. hey,
I might fly to Denver soon. I got a jersey on the way, so I might fly to Denver, man.
We can catch the red eye, like closeout game. We can catch the red eye. Let's get it.
Hey, I felt like you 2 years ago, or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
When we won the title.
Yeah.
So
okay. So real quick, Katie bringing up the Bucks and 50 years of no title up to 2 years ago, and the Nuggets. Okay, shooting for their first one. Real quick, fellas, you know what I'm saying? When you a fan, you know what I'm saying, of a franchise like it, and when you talk about getting that first chip, you know what I'm saying? What that feel like? Let's go.
Man, it feel good. And the reason it feel good because of who we doing it with. Like, I've been watching them all season, man. Like, I've been a Nuggets fan since 2006, bro. And I ain't never left because Melo left or any of that. I stayed watching them, stayed playing. I'm like, man, all right. Then we got Jokic in the second round. What was it, 24th pick? Something around there. Way out the way. And to see him develop every year.
No. Y'all got him from Orlando. Y'all got him in a trade from Orlando.
Yeah, you right.
No, it wasn't Orlando. Oh, he talking about Gordon.
No, Jokic.
No, yeah. I'm talking.
That was Gordon. Jokic got there in the trade too with Portland.
Okay,
Portland.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. But it's over, man. We gonna win it all.
Right.
First ring, I'm gonna buy a bottle, and it's over. I'm telling you, championship material. It'll be Jokic. I think this ain't the end. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't sleep on us.
Mm. Yeah, I heard my man Double A, all right, for the big end, for that Nuggets Nation, marching toward that first title, that fan anticipation with it, saying he can't wait to catch that feeling. KD just went through it 2 years ago as a Bucks fan. I don't have that issue as an NBA fan because that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? When you have 17 championships, okay, in regards to the Lakers.
Oh, stop with this bragging bullshit.
You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
Well, the point of the matter is, real quick, y'all. Okay, so LeBron and the retirement saga and the sad story, or as I like to call it, the deflection from the fact that my Lakers just got the shit kicked out of 4 games to nothing. You know what I'm saying? I think his retirement leak, whatever spin he's trying to put on it, and I got a lot to think about now. I feel he's using that I feel he's so trying to use that to deflect from the fact that the Lakers got their ass whooped for nothing. You know what I'm saying? By Denver. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
it was the referee's fault.
It's all the ref's fault. It's always the ref's fault. You know what I'm saying? Always. Remember that. All right. So, look, y'all, I'm glad y'all was able to ride with me for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? This is Out of Bounds Live. Okay, there will be a repost with the link to the YouTube channel. Okay, hit that subscribe, like, hate, troll. We definitely want people to chime in live when we doing this. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool y'all watch it, but if you feel you have some feedback or a counterpoint, or you just want to come up here and be stupid and get your ass lit up, you know what I'm saying? We are all cool with that.
Lit up. I'm always waiting to do it.
All right, so look, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Start off, and not saying light, but starting with U of L recruitment update. You know what I'm saying? As far as getting this show rolling, all right? Discussing the NBA Finals, all right? And what that's going to be as far as through our eyes, all right? And some little after effects, okay? Here's where if we do this correctly, we're probably definitely going to piss a whole lot of people off.
Let's go there.
So one day at work last week, I noticed on one of the TVs, I noticed Brittany Griner. I mean, of course, I know she had been released and all that, blah, blah, blah. But, she's warming up, and I'm very well aware WNBA season started. Shout out to Las Vegas Aces, my girl, A'ja Wilson. That's my girl. That's my girl. And if I said I had a WNBA squad, it's definitely them the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? A'ja Wilson, I don't care. That's that league's top player. Plus, she's kind of high. The point of the matter is, I'm noticing Brittany Griner. And so I start thinking, I'm just like, okay, I know a lot of people are glad she's back. And not just as far as the basketball people glad she's back. All the activists and, railists, you know what I'm saying? And my thing is this, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm not glad she's back. I'm just going to state the facts, okay? Because a lot of people may not know, whether it's her or anybody else, a lot of WNBA players during the off season, because of the pay disparity, which we're going to get into a little later, all right, they play overseas, and particularly in Russia, all right? And Brittany Griner's situation this was not her first trip over there. And this whole, I personally refuse to believe you literally forgot that your stash was in your luggage. All right? I personally refuse to believe that. Okay? So even with the lack of accountability, this is the bottom line. Russia does not play that shit. Okay? Nope. And those are their laws. Us in America can sit here and rail. That's not right. That's not fair. Well, this is their criminal justice system, how they get down, all right? And so she had to face the music, and with all the rallying, and more importantly, some high-powered backdoor string pulling is why she's back. That's the only reason why, you know what I'm saying?
Giving up people and shit.
If that would have been me, you, anybody, okay, in that same situation,
We done.
we done. Okay,
That's what I'm
so
saying. Didn't we let somebody free to get her back?
yeah, like
Yeah,
some.
it was okay. Okay, I'll break this whole situation down for you.
Okay,
I gotta go into my head because it was a dude named Victor Bow. It was a dude named Victor Bow. He was one of the prisoners that the U.S. had over here for like I want to say probably like 10 or 15 years, and
okay,
Russia wanted him back. That's who they swapped Brittany Griner for.
right. So getting people, why everybody wants to rally and cheer she's back, and that's all fine and good. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get people a little peek into the game and understanding why, the only reason why y'all get to rally and cheer that she's back. Okay? Okay? Me, personally, at the end of the day, I just think it's, and for one, this is not, what I'm saying, some strike against women's sports, let alone as far as Brittany Griner and LGBTQ community or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Before anybody watches this wants to start hurling that at me. You know what I'm saying? This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a matter of just when you talk about personal responsibility, having a clear understanding of what you're going to do and where you're going and how that society, their criminal justice system works, all right? And the only reason you're back is because you're a celebrity. And high profile backdoor string pulling. So we're trading Russian nationalists for star basketball players and shit. Okay, and the social and political implications shit like that has. When you talk about the privilege. Okay. Yet knowing three of us, that fat white kid that was two lockers down from you at middle school. Doesn't matter. Them in that same situation would not get that same treatment. Okay.
Hell no.
All right. So, and when you're talking about not getting the same treatment, my fault, really, real quick, KD. Okay.
What's up?
Anything you want to add to this Brittany Griner personally and that whole thing? You know what I'm saying? You and Ant more than happy to take the reins for a brief second. I'll be right back.
Man, I just got out here to dive in. I felt like she broke their laws.
She did.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, so you forget that the country that you played in, the country that you play in don't allow marijuana in that country no matter what when you go there. So you turn around, you got a vape pipe in your bag when you're trying to leave the country when they was bombing Ukraine. You get caught with this shit, knowing that this country knows that you sitting back and you supposed to know these laws.
Right.
But you end up going to the airport anyway with a vape cartridge in your motherfucking bag.
Yep.
I'm like personally with me, I felt like she broke the law, but my whole thing is everybody was with the outcry of free BG, let's bring her home. She was unjust and all this other bullshit. I'm like, really? She wasn't unjust. She wasn't unjust. She broke the law.
If it was LeBron, y'all would have did it. So do it for the women. That's all I kept hearing.
Right. But the thing is, it's just a point of we all know in regards to that average everyday U.S. citizen in that same situation, we would not get that treatment. You know what I'm saying? No matter what our race, religious background, sexual orientation, whatever demographic we would fall under. All right, we are not part of the elite. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay. And the message and the precedent this shit sends. Okay. I personally feel, even as a sports fan, especially as a sports fan, you know what I'm saying? It's a little disturbing. You know what I'm saying? anybody who checks this out, do with that which you will. You know what I mean? And we're bringing up Brittany Griner, in WNBA. Saying season kicked off. I want to end with this one, y'all. Okay, I send both y'all a set of numbers. All right, so we talk about the conversation of, women's sports as a whole. And whether it's this league, that league. What's the issue with them, and in regards to whether it's pay disparity or whether it's viewership and blah blah blah, and trying to figure out how one kind of ties into the other. So I sent y'all some numbers yesterday. Y'all seen them. I can't actually post that graphic while we live. The bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, okay, even when men, sports viewers, okay, across several sports that features both genders. So when you're talking about pro basketball, college basketball, even boxing, women's softball. Long story short, even within women's sports, several studies. I went through so many of them. All right, too many to name, too many to post. The bottom line is, when it comes to women's sports, all right, viewership is still higher for men than women. Okay. Got another crazy set of numbers. All right, real quick. All right, just this past postseason for the WNBA, well, their entire season, ESPN, 25 games they aired this season, including the entire WNBA postseason. All right, cited 456,000 viewership average. All right, per broadcast. Okay, obviously up from the year before. Okay, the single most watched WNBA postseason since 2007. I found that number. You know what I'm saying? And that was at an average of 375,000 per viewership. Okay, so we can't say, you know what I'm saying, it's not getting more popular for us women's sports. And I use basketball as my favorite example. I feel it's the most high profile as far as quote unquote women's sports. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when it comes to female sports viewers, the most watched sport in the United States is actually soccer. Okay, so 75% of female sports viewership goes towards soccer. All right. Last but not least, when you talk about the money, using the WNBA, all right, as the example, okay, the average WNBA salary, $75,000. Okay, the average NBA salary is $8 million. All right, explain why.
What that is? That is fucking disgusting.
Right, that is fucked up. Which and so with that WNBA figure, and going back to Brittany Griner and other players and why they play off season overseas. Okay, here's the question. And I know there's no one answer, right? But when you're talking about different numbers and different polls showing that even when it comes to women's sports, viewership is higher amongst men than women. Okay. And yet when you poll women, okay, in a general sense, and the argument for equal pay, of course, that rallying cry is going to be there. Yet a lot of those same women can not name a WNBA franchise, they can't name a WNBA player.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to rally and co-sign on something that numbers show and dictate you don't support. Okay? I'm not saying that's the single reason women's sports are still having a harder time when you're talking about being promoted, okay, being marketed, and more importantly, more financial benefit. Okay. Yeah, numbers show that is definitely one of the major causes of it. All right. What y'all got to say about it?
Oh.
I know it's a lot to take in.
I'll get ready to go in on this, and I gotta say this.
Here we go, man.
I I mean, I just don't understand. Like, women can sit back and support their kids in sports, but you won't support your own, like, your own gender. Like, as a whole, you'll go and support your daughter, but you won't actually support women.
Ooh, that's deep, man. I never. Like we can talk about the women not supporting women's sports argument, and the numbers show that is a valid argument. Okay, I never took that into consideration. You know, so you'll take her to the soccer game towards her league, but y'all don't watch soccer together. Y'all don't, as far as the leagues, you know what I'm saying, like the pro leagues or whatever. Lou City and all that.
Right.
I get what you say. I get what you're saying on that. Couple A, chime in on this, man, real quick, bro. Can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, I said in my eyes, what I think it is like if I got 100,000 viewers on YouTube and you got 20,000 viewers on YouTube, I'm gonna get paid more. So I'm kind of like tapping in on what Kevin said, just as well as women will watch their kids play, but not women. Well, hell, anybody will watch men play, but not women, and they're playing the same sport. Like, to have $75,000 average to $8 million,
right?
That's a spit in the face. These they might as well go be firefighters. Shit, I mean,
Pretty much.
Okay.
But
so, and try to peel the layer off this women's sports onion. All right. So finding some numbers. You talk about ratings, the actual average of women's sports viewership. Okay. And we got another set of numbers in regards to salary and pay disparity. Okay. What do y'all think are the causes of this? Okay. I'll pitch this out there, for example. As far as basketball, all right, originally college, okay, because it wasn't a WNBA yet. I'm old enough to remember pioneers like Nancy Lieberman and, of course, Cheryl Miller. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And seeing the growth of women's basketball, okay, not as some sideshow, as legitimate competition, okay? Hoop is hoop at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and like I got into it with a couple of Cards fans a couple of seasons back. I'm more than man enough for women's hoops. Feel me? I'm more than man enough for women's hoops. So, me seeing that early development of it, and then going to the 90s and just like a lot of other things, ESPN blowing up the spot on it, putting the spectrum on it, and then everybody else having to play catch up. You know what I'm saying? So seeing those dynasties of Pat Summitt and Gino and UConn, you know what I'm saying? Pat Summitt at Tennessee, all right? Seeing Candace Parker, seeing the WNBA origin, I seen Cheryl Cooper, Lisa Leslie, you know what I'm saying? Cheryl Swoops, you know what I'm saying? Rebecca.
Cynthia Cooper.
Yeah, Cynthia Cooper, I'm sorry. Cynthia Cooper, Dawn Staley, all right? So I have seen the progression of women's hoops between the college and the eventual pro game more than half my life, okay? I personally feel part of it is a societal issue in regards to women's sports aren't valued as much as the men's, no matter what the sport is. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at the NCAA situation a couple of years back when you talk about disparity and just things like training equipment.
right.
And the debacle that was.
Topped out with Oregon when they was in the NCAA.
Right. Yeah, let's talk about that. Like, that was a travesty. Real talk. You know what I'm
saying? If I ever have kids, I wish the fuck I would send my daughter to that damn school.
Okay, so in trying to peel the layer off this onion in women's sports, and why is there a pay disparity? Why aren't they as popular as the men? In society, or I have no problem saying it. Men's sports are simply valued more than women's sports. You know what I'm saying? And don't be mad at me for saying it. Be more mad that that's a fact. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. And that is definitely a societal thing. You
I
know,
hear you.
even at major D1 universities, and you look at those athletic departments as far as college basketball, okay, and even if that's a university, okay, let's say before, recent times when you look at Louisville or Duke, or UConn, when you're talking about prominent programs on the men's and women's side, you don't think there's a disparity in their budgets yearly?
Between men and women, hell yeah.
Okay, pitching this out there, like I said, once again, as a hoops junkie and someone who watches more than her fair share of women's basketball. And not to say women's basketball is the only women's sport I watch for us personally. You know what I'm saying? I get into like college softball, college volleyball from time to time, channel surfing, especially like in the off peak sports seasons, and it's in the summer, I watched a lot of college softball reruns during the COVID lockdown. You know what I'm saying? As far as women's softball, so but I use women's basketball between the college and the professional game because it's the highest profile women's sport, and it's symptomatic of what we're talking about as far as women's sports as a whole, and the different reasons why they're not as financially successful as the men's sports leagues. Okay, and you know what I'm saying, KD? I just feel there's no one cause for it. What you got to say about it?
I mean, it's not no one cause because it's like you get a lot of these athletic directors too. They part of the problem.
Ooh, so we talking about the college ranks. All right, let's get it. Go get it. Do it.
Yeah, because you got these athletic directors. They want to sit back and put more money into the men's sports than women's, where some put more money into the women's sports. They could get you along with sports.
Okay, so with that, need to increase when you talk about women, not just as far as players and coaches. When you talk about an increase in women as far as the policy makers, is that what you're saying? When you talk about the administrators, why is there not a female athletic director when you talk about a major D1 school?
I mean, where is they at? I mean, we had one, but we got rid of her so fucking quick. It was pitiful.
No, she was just the school president. She wasn't the AD, athletic director.
Oh,
Okay, but I get what you're saying. Definitely need more women involved in the policy making of it. Because see, here's where I'm really about to go with it. We talk about that change and for as increasing women on the policy making end of it. All right, with with my partner in crime in the back, Robin helped me come up with. You know what I'm saying? I want to discuss the sports corporate septic tank.
okay, go ahead.
Okay. Different sets of numbers. You know what I'm saying? Thrown out there. And in discussing the sports corporate septic tank, increasing women in the roles of policy making to help bring more change. All right. The three main entities when you talk about the sports corporate septic tank are the governing bodies themselves. So with this example, we're going to use the WNBA.
Yeah.
Okay. The advertisers
Mm-hmm.
and the networks. Okay.
Yep.
If you have more women on the policy making end of these entities between the league offices, okay, between the networks, and of course these advertising who spend shitloads of money slinging their products throughout the broadcast of men's TV, men's sports. All right. So part of that's going to feed into increasing things like the pay scales for the WNBA. Okay. Yeah. With college, and once again bringing in NIL. We already starting to see this generation of females in that regard. They are definitely starting to take charge more. Okay. Mm-hmm. When you talk about now female athletes in the NIL age. And I love that because get your money, girls. Right. Just like the boy to get your money. All you NIL kids get every fucking dollar you can out these cocksuckers, all right? For real, for real. Yeah. Blow up your IG, all that. You know what I'm saying? You know,
and you know what? And you know what? To piggyback off your point, I wish when I played in high school, I wish we had social media. Mm-hmm. Dude, it was like, oh my goodness.
No, hold that. We're gonna sit on that. We might have to sit on that one. I mean, I understand your point, but we might have to sit on that one for the next Out of Bounds for real. Okay. Yeah. Because that's a segment in a whole nother broadcast. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying from the policy making end. Okay, you definitely have to have more women in the forefront. There have to be more women making the important decisions in regards to scheduling and in regards to making the network, particularly the network and the advertisers. You know what I'm saying? These are definitely two entities of the sports corporate septic tank. All right, they have to step up. Okay, it's a hot button issue as far as sports overall. We talk about the state of women's sports, pay disparity, things like sexual discrimination, you know, varying issues as far as women's sports as a whole. I just wanted to touch upon a couple of them tonight, hang out with the fellas, and like I said, not just trying to rail or shoot. Hold on. I think I hold on. Make sure I get back on. I think his connection's messed up. But anyway, I mean, not just trying to rail and be mean spirited. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the answers. If anything, we just posing the questions. You know what I'm saying? The only thing we ain't gonna be scared to peel the layers off and get y'all start scratching y'all head, ask y'all why. You know what I'm saying? Why are these issues permeating throughout women's sports, and what can be done about it? All right. To have a more even keel. I mean, I don't care what line of work you do. $75,000 compared to $8 million is beyond insulting.
Yeah.
And just one, that's bad business. That definitely sends a message to your workforce that they don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And so when they lobby for not just more pay, you know what I'm saying, more exposure, okay?
I'm going through the same shit at my job right now, so I already know what they're going through.
Right. You know, well, you kind of don't. What you do.
It's the same sense because they gotta do it, we gotta do it, but it's just.
And at the end of the day, everybody want to be paid a fair wage. Okay, right. For they display his talents and skill, and knowing that overall, you know, women's sports is having a higher profile. Yet it takes more than the majority male viewership that these numbers constantly keep showing. Okay, at some point, women, okay, are going to have to ask themselves, does this matter to them, and what can they do about it? What example can they set? Okay, right. Women have to. A lot of these companies who may be hijacking these opportunities, you know what I'm saying? Women have to maybe get more of a sense of the consumer power they really yield. Okay, because at the of the day, business is business, and until you mess up someone's money, they're not going to listen to you. Okay, but I definitely feel women have to do a better job of supporting women's sports. Okay, and like you and Ant pointed out, outside their personal caboodle. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Watch some games, attend some games, download some videos, buy some merchandise, add that app to your sports package. Piss your old man off. I can't believe this shit is on. Whatever. Particularly if it's hoops, because
Right.
to me, if there is no other sport, I definitely will not discern when this gender basketball. Okay, hoops is hoops. Okay, hoops is hoops. And what I'm saying is, using women's basketball as a Lions fan, obviously it's got to permeate throughout women's sports as a whole. But I just wanted to end this Out of Bounds Live with that last segment. Get y'all thoughts and feelings about it. You know what I'm saying? My man, the real KD, how you feeling as we about to head out?
Man, got a baseball score update. Atlanta's 3-2, top 8.
Mm-hmm.
Had a 1-2 strike. That's a fair ball. Oh, that's a score when they just tied it up at 3.
That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs, cats, chickens, and rats, okay? Appreciate you checking us out. Was hoping to get some live feedback from people. If you're watching, hit us.
And I got a couple things. There's one topic that we do need to get on the next Out of Bounds too.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
It was circling about Ja Morant.
Earl, back to the well again, huh?
He went. What he did was he went on IG Live,
Mm-hmm.
and he put up it's like a cryptic video of basically him saying, they said cryptic. He said good mama, his going on.
Whatever. I know Nike took his shoe off, so
Yeah.
wasn't nothing cryptic about that. That's blatant and as and definite as it gets. So, that kid
We'll
really
deal with that on the next episode.
right. So all right. So in the meantime, in between time, hey, my man, Double H Connection went out towards the end. But still glad y'all could ride with me, man. We just chopping it up, giving our thoughts and feelings. You know what I'm saying, on a couple of things, running it through our heads as far as the sports week. In the meantime, in between time, it's your man Chris, aka Apocalypse, hashtag HNIC. Y'all see the real KD, all right? One last mega shout out to the big body, my man Double A, all right, Big Ed. All right, yo, we out. 1.